welcome to Sparta High School here in Sparta, New Jersey, as Muggs Media presents the high school boys basketball game of the week. It's the arch rivals going at it tonight in an American Division clash as the host Sparta Spartans, who come in with a record of 13-6, 3-2 in the American Division, play host to the Pope John Lions, who come in with a record of 12-8, 6-0 in the American Division. A win for the Lions tonight. They'll wrap up their sixth straight American Division title. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Cleary. Thanks for joining us here on MuggsMedia.com and Channel 10. As we want to thank the following sponsors for getting the games of the week on the air: Orthopedic Institute, New Jersey, Medical Park Imaging, Pope John High School, Family Ford and Netcong, our school board sponsor, our friend Mark Latosky, who lives in Sparta, great guy. Visible Difference Hair Salon in Sparta, A&B Bagels in Andover, Home Furniture Warehouse Newton, Double S Diner, Route 23 Wantage, Double S Smokehouse, Route 206 Augusta, Guys Affordable Auto Sales in Newton, Tim's Auto and Truck Repair Sussex, Lorenzo's Pizza in Sussex. And we have some special sponsors for tonight's game. Highland State Bank, your local hometown bank, located on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Stop by or call 726-8294. Attorney Sean Breslin of the law firm of Oler, Lutzy and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive, Sparta, 973-983-7020, or go to OlerLutzyBreslin.com. Villa Capri Pizza, located right down the road from Pope John. Owner Bill is a big supporter of all high school athletics. Stop by for a slice or order out by calling 973-729-6654. And we also want to thank the Fall Guys. Spring cleaning is right around the corner. For all your cleanup needs, pest control, it's the Fall Guys. Owned and operated by former Opakon girls basketball coach Paul Stanzial. Give them a call at 973-221-3331. And up and above contractors, call the Powers family at 973-300-0636 for all your building needs. It's up and above contractors. So a big shout out to all of our sponsors. Gonna bring in my partner, former Sparta star and the proprietor of Brian Thomas Basketball. He's been through a few of these wars in his days as a player and now as an announcer. Brian, first, before you tell us your thoughts on the game, give everyone an update what's going on with Brian Thomas Basketball.
Yeah, sure thing, Dan. We've actually got our second round of AAU tryouts coming up this Sunday, February 19th. And we've actually got a President's Day shooting clinic on President's Day, which is Monday the 20th. And all that information can be found on BrianThomasBasketball.com, along with all kinds of social media and educational videos and blogs and a lot of different things to help your young child or daughter really get to know the game of basketball better. So BrianThomasBasketball.com.
All right, Brian, you played in this game as a player. You know how intense it can be. You and I have done the last several games. Pope John has kind of dominated this series, except for a great win here on this floor by Sparta in 2014, 44-42, an epic game. That was that group with Austin Unglob and Mitch Cohen and Kevin Falls and Matt Chemis and Thomas Ruddy. But other than that, over the last 6 years, it's been dominated by Pope John. Both teams coming off losses in the county tournament. Pope John, the 8th seed, because of that tough schedule, had to go to Hunter Central. They lost to the Red Devils and their great player Tucker Richardson on Saturday. And here on their own floor, Sparta came up short as the number 3 seed against number 6 Vernon. Now they're playing tonight. Rivalry game. Your thoughts?
Well, certainly the reason for the change in the atmosphere is the talent discrepancy has become very large, obviously, with Pope John and everybody else in the area. But this game tends to be a little bit different because of the crosstown rivals, because of the emotion involved, the adrenaline involved. So I think the pattern we've seen mostly over the last few years is that Sparta sticks around early in that first half, and it's exciting, but then ultimately the talent of Pope John makes itself known. And if I had to make a guess, Dan, I would anticipate the same thing happening tonight. You know, these Sparta kids really get up for this game. They're the clear underdog tonight, so I think they'll play well early on. But I do think the talent of Pope John will eventually win out at some point in the game tonight.
We'll give you the starting lineups. We're taking a look at the hometown Spartans, so we'll give you their starting lineups first in the home whites. Senior guard number 20, Jack Simon, averaging 12.1 points per game. Terrific three-point shooter. Senior guard number 5, Nick Lucas. He averages 13.2 points per game. Senior center, 0, Terrell Smith. Senior forward, number 33, Devin McIntyre. Senior forward, number 15, Dan Smith. Sparta without Dante Jofield, he's injured. So that's going to hurt the Spartans a little bit ball handling wise. We'll see what they'll do against this tough Pope John defense. Pope John's starting lineup. Sophomore guard Jack Kavanaugh, number 11. He comes in averaging just a shade under 9 points per game. Junior point guard, number 13, Division I prospect Aaron Clark. He's scoring 20.6 per game. Terrific three-point shooter. He had 30 in the loss to Huddern Central, including 17 in the fourth quarter when the Lions made a great comeback. Junior forward, number 4, Sambo Diallo. He averages 13.5 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. Senior forward, number 15, Ruben Manolis. And rounding out the starting lineup, senior center, 6'11", number 30, Andy Ward. So the Battle of Sparta, the first 2 times these teams were supposed to play, Mother Nature would have none of it. So they're going to play tonight, and they're going to play a week from tonight. So a pretty quick turnover for these 2 games. But if Pope John wins tonight, they will win the American Division. So we'll have the opening tip right after these messages here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com.
This Game of the Week is proudly sponsored by Up and Above Contractors, LLC, winner of the New Jersey Herald Reader's Choice Award for Best Contractor Builder and Best Roofing Company. Visit their showroom, 698 Route 206 in Andover. Give them a call, 973-300-0636, or go to upandabovecontractors.com.
Announcing the law firm of Olner, Luzzi, and Breslin for all your legal needs. Trust a law firm with over 80 years of combined experience. That's Olner, Luzzi, and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive in Sparta, 973-983-7020, or visit their website at olnerluzzibreslinlaw.com.
This Game of the Week is being sponsored by Villa Capri Pizza in Sparta, just around the corner from Pope John. Come in for a full meal or just a slice. Call them at 973-729-6654.
This game is being sponsored by Highland State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highland State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This wrestling match is being sponsored by attorney and CPA Bill Kehoe, located on Route 206 in Branchville. Make sure you're up to date on all the latest tax law. Call Bill Kehoe today for all your tax law questions at 973-579-3390.
This game made possible by Garden State Koi. They are the pond guys in the tri-state area, leaders in pond, stream, and waterfall design, installation, and maintenance. Call Tom Smith, 845-651-4100. And a special thanks to the Smith family for sponsoring this game.
Furniture is a reflection of you, your personality, your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Jesse Rowe from Home Furniture Warehouse.
Celebrate the new year with savings at Home Furniture Warehouse. Shop our New Year's sale now through January 11th. Save 15% off floor models. Save 10% off special orders. And with new clearance items added daily, our pricing and selection are worth falling for.
Stop by Home Furniture Warehouse in Newton, your local furniture savings destination for over 20 years.
The Russo family are proud owners of 2 local businesses. Visible Difference is located on Woodport Road in Sparta and is your hometown salon. You will really see the visible difference. A full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. Call for an appointment today, 973-729-4338. The best bagels in Sussex County are found at A&B Bagels Deli and Grill. Get a great hearty breakfast and lunch. Everything is homemade at A&B Bagels. Call your order or stop into A&B Bagels, located in Newton and Randolph. Call them 973-579-8777.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that a patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyle.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Fall Guys, professional pest control, household lawn and landscape plants. Let the Fall Guys make your lawn clean and green. The Fall Guys can get rid of those nasty insects and mice in your home. Yuck! Make your home comfortable inside and out with the Fall Guys. Lawn service and pest control, serving all of Sussex, Morris, and Warren counties with the best and honest service. For more information, go to fallguys.com. Call the Fall Guys today, 973-221-3331. Family Ford, your local hometown dealership on the Circle in Netcong. Family Ford supplies t-shirts for local high schools in Sussex and in Morris counties. Family Ford has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks. Become one of the family. Shop at Family Ford on the Netcong Circle in Netcong.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, Director of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. The Academy providing excellence in education and a faith-filled environment for all of our students in grades pre-K through 12 has moved to one campus at the corner of Andover Road and Sparta Avenue in Sparta. We offer an easy transition for our students as they journey through elementary, middle and high school education. The Reverend George A. Brown Memorial School has been repurposed to meet the needs of our youngest students in grades pre-K through 4. The new Pub John, the 23rd Middle School, unique in the Dice of Patterson, offers a true middle school environment for our students in grades 5, 6 and 7. And Pub John Regional High School grades 8 through 12 continues to focus on college preparation and offers a full complement of 134 courses on 3 levels. We invite you to be a part of the Academy family. Contact Ann Kaiser in admissions today at 973-729-6125 and extension 255 to schedule a visit in any of our schools. Our doors are always open.
Medical Park Imaging is a multi-modality imaging center with 3 locations. Medical Park Imaging is committed to your health and uses only the best equipment that technology has to offer. Medical Park Imaging has on-site physicians who are certified in radiology. Medical Park Imaging supports high school sports in Sussex and Morris counties. Medical Park Imaging with 3 locations, Wayne, Denville, and Newfoundland. This game is being sponsored in part by the best diner in Sussex County, the Double S Diner on Route 23 in Wantage, where the portions are huge and the prices are small. A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
And we're back here at Sparta High School for the Muggs Media Boys Basketball Game of the Week. Sparta, Pope John, the first of 2 battles this season. As we said, Mother Nature snowed out the first 2 meetings. So they'll play tonight, and then they'll make that trek down 5-17 a week from now for Game 2. And Sparta will win the tap, and we are underway. It's Nick Lucas who will be called upon to be the point tonight with Dante Jofield out. Turnover right off the bat for the Spartans. Ruben Monolith blocked by McIntyre. Keeps it. Jack Kavanaugh squares up for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lucas. This is Vincent Johnson's first game as the head coach of this rivalry. He was assistant coach, and he knows what this is all about. And he told his kids, don't get too jacked up. And Terrell Smith with a nice drive to the basket. Aaron Clark kicks it out to Monos. Diallo puts it on the deck, a little jump move, and a little too many steps there. Again, want to thank Up and Above Contractors, the Powers family, Highland State Bank, attorney Sean Breslin, Villa Capri Pizza, and Highland State Bank. So McIntyre will bring it up, and they'll swing it over. This is Dan Smith starting tonight. Had a big game when we saw him against Jefferson. Simon, three, no good. And we'll have a foul. It'll be on Devin McIntyre.
And Dan, you're absolutely right in talking to the Pope John coach, and that goes for both sides. You know, with a game with this amount of emotion, both teams tend to come out a little bit overhyped. So usually the first couple minutes of this game traditionally is pretty is not very clean. And they start to settle in, the emotions settle down a little bit, and things smooth out. And I think we're seeing that so far early on.
Well, Pope John plays that incredible schedule, but one of the byproducts of that schedule, Brian, that people don't realize, a lot of those games, even though they're marquee, there's not a lot of fans. And Monolith takes the three, no good. So they don't get a chance to play in front of this kind of electric atmosphere too much.
Yeah, you're right. So, you know, as high school kids, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, I mean, they are susceptible to the emotions that all the other high school kids are susceptible to, and that really gets them hyped up. And in a game like this, your adrenaline really is pumping, and you're feeling things that you haven't felt. And, it makes your shots a little bit long. It makes your passes sometimes a little bit hard, and it also even impairs your judgment early on.
Ruben Monolith, picked up the foul, team's first, each team with a foul. As we approached 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Sparta with the 2-0 lead. This is Smith, he has the basket. Clark and Lucas. Dan Smith thought about it. Gets it to McIntyre. Sparta with the early 4-0 lead.
Pope John looking to in their half-court set, doing a lot of high pick and roll, so Sparta's going to have to talk early on those screens.
Dump down to Andy Ward, the 7-footer, and he knocks it home. Jack Kavanaugh on Jack Simon. Kavanaugh lives in Sparta. Ward is from Andover. Steal by Ruben Monolith. And he'll take it himself, can't finish. Rebound, Jack Simon. He's got McIntyre. He drives to the basket and gets it to go. 6-2 lead for the Spartans. Aaron Clark with the take, he'll draw the foul, go to the line to shoot two.
Aaron Clark doing a nice job early of looking to attack that basket. Sparta's going to have to try to do a better job, at least as best they can, to trying to keep him in front and allowing him to dish off instead of continually attacking the gut and the heart of that defense.
As we said, Clark scoring 20.6 points per game. A Division I prospect, just a junior. He'll rattle in the first one. And Clark will make it a 2-point game.
Pope John's looking to apply some pressure, but it's not overly intense and trapping. Let's see if they start to change that as this first quarter goes along.
Well, Sparta had a tough time with Vernon's 2-2-1 trap the other day. Smith for three. Clark blocked. Will stay here. Smith had a huge game. Smith had a huge game in the overtime win against Jefferson, leading the team, I believe, with 15 points.
And once again, though, Clark, even though he didn't finish, he's getting into that lane, and that looks like that's going to be a common theme tonight.
Try to dump it into Diallo, and Pope John will reset. Francisco Polino, number 12, set to check in for the Lions. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Nice move by Diallo, and he gets it to go. Again, pressure defense by the Lions. No problem for the Spartans. 4 minutes to go.
Nice job being patient and passing the ball through that press. I think where Sparta's going to have some issues tonight if they get too antsy and try to dribble through that press. That's when turnovers typically happen. But they can be smooth and calm of mind and pass through that press. I think they'll have a much better success ratio.
Polino will check in, the freshman. Andy Ward will take a seat, and also coming in for Pope John, Jordan Hackett, number 22. Turnover on the inbounds, but Sparta gets it back. Smith can't get it to go, gets his own miss. Swings it back out to Nick Lucas. Pull-up jumper, good.
Sparta shooting the ball well early, causing Pope John to call a timeout and talk it over.
They're going to call a 30-second timeout, it looks like. We'll stay here. Well, Sparta couldn't ask for a better start, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're taking care of the basketball outside of that first possession. They're really working hard on the glass, and they're making sure that they're actually taking good shots. I think shot selection is going to be huge for them tonight because they're going to have to take advantage of each and every possession. So as long as they're patient and they get good shots, then they can live with the results. It's those possessions where they don't get good shots where Coach Brennan will walk away very unhappy.
We saw a good shot of the Sparta crowd, always boisterous. Filling up the student section tonight as expected. So Pope John, after the timeout, will inbound the ball. 3:40 to go, first quarter. They trail by 5, 11-6. Diallo with the take.
Clearly the biggest strength of the Pope John Lions is their ability from almost every position to get to the basket. They're very long at all positions, especially with their personnel on the floor right now.
Jack Simon, long three, and it will be tapped out of bounds. The Pope John's ball.
And they're going to need Jack to shoot the basketball well tonight. He's been going through a bit of a funk over the last few games, but certainly he's going to have some firepower if Sparta wants to make a case at this.
Diallo with the drive, no good, gets his own miss, and he'll draw the foul.
Coach Brennan imploring his guys to box out first and rotate properly. Otherwise, those weak side rebounds are just going to pile up, and Pope John's going to live on the foul line.
So picking up the foul for Sparta was Lucas. Second team foul, his first. Pope John with 2 team fouls. And Diallo will shoot the second, and he'll knock it home.
Pope John switching up their press. Now it looks like they're going straight man-to-man.
On the inbounds, they'll swing it over inside Diallo, and he'll draw the foul. So he'll go to the line. I want to get the foul situation straightened out. It was Dan Smith with the foul, his first, team's third. Pope John with 2 fouls. And Sambo Diallo will go back to the line. And he'll rattle in the first.
And expect Pope John now to come with that same man-to-man press. They're 1 for 1 on that specific press tonight. So I would anticipate more of that, just allowing that pressure to become a little bit closer to the opposing team's basket.
The foul on Sparta was on Terrell Smith, his first, team's fourth. Diallo will hit both. So we are tied at 11 with 2:44 to go here in the first quarter, and there's the pressure defense Brian was talking about. Smith loses the handle. Brian Brennan calls a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Good timeout right there. Again, want to thank all our special sponsors for tonight. Villa Capri Pizza, located right down the street from Pope John. Attorney Sean Breslin of Oler, Lutzy and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive. Call them at 973-983-7020. Highland State Bank on Sparta Avenue. Stop by or call 726-8294. Also want to thank Up and Above Contractors, the Powers family. They have terrific daughters that play softball. Two of them now at Montclair State. Amber, as senior at Pope John. Frank Canning, the softball coach at Pope John's going to have to put an order in for a new set of Powers. But they are Up and Above Contractors, 973-300-0636. So after the 30-second timeout, Ben Melville will check in. They handle the ball. Clark on him, and there's a travel.
Sparta's going to have to try to catch that ball a little bit higher, a little bit closer to the foul line, because they're getting caught too far down towards the baseline. They don't really have any room to operate.
This is Clark. Little pick and roll with Paulino. Kicks it back out. Good hands by Lucas. And he'll put on the brakes. Simon, let's see if he takes the three. He'll swing it back out. Melville will get the play from Coach Brennan. 2:10 to go first quarter. We're tied at 11. Good anticipation by Diallo. Can't get the handle. We'll stay here. Dan Smith will check back in. Ben Melville will head to the bench. Nick Lucas will inbound for Sparta.
The luxury of the Pope John lineup they have right now is they can have all five guys have full pressure defense anywhere on the floor, which is a huge detriment if you're Sparta and a huge advantage if you're Pope John.
Dan Smith, spin move. Can't get it to go. We'll stay here. That went off Diallo. That's sort of what Jefferson did. They dared Dan Smith to beat him, and he did. Simon got the game-winning basket, obviously, in overtime, but Dan Smith was tremendous that night. We'll have a whistle. Brian, your thoughts? 3 officials tonight. It's not even a section or county final.
Yeah, and even in past Pope John games, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen that. So I'm not sure the exact reason for it. But I think they've done a nice job so far, although there are 7 fouls, which is a bit much for a first quarter. So who knows? We'll see how it plays out.
Sparta with a couple of misses. This is Jordan Hackett, and he'll draw the foul. That'll be on Terrell Smith. Nice job by Jordan Hackett.
Sparta's getting sucked in a little bit to playing a tad too much one-on-one in their half court. They're going to have to make sure they're moving the basket because they're not going to beat this team one-on-one. But if they can move the basketball and shift that defense, they got a much better chance to score that basketball.
And as you pointed out, Brian, the fouls piling up, 5 already in the first quarter for Sparta. 2 on Terrell Smith. Hackett will miss the first, so I'm sure we'll see Thomas Ferrara, and there he is. Number 34, the big sophomore. He had a great game against Jefferson in that overtime victory. Also played very well in their victory over Newton.
That's right. Played extremely well that night.
So Hackett looking to snap the tie with 1:32 to go, and he will.
And Sparta's got to be careful. That's one thing that they certainly can't afford is to get into foul trouble as well.
Especially missing Dante Jofield. Yep. You're already down a man. The rotation gets tighter. Smith, and he's going to swing it back out, and that's a charge on Smith. Player control. That'll be the 6th foul on the Spartans, and we still have a minute 23 to go here in the first quarter.
And just like, yeah, go ahead, Dan, sorry.
I was going to say Maceo Robinson checking in number 1. Jack Kavanaugh will come to the bench.
They've also got Danny Smith now with his 2nd foul, so now they've got 2 players in the first quarter with 2 fouls.
That'll bring in Jake Vreeland, number 41. So Sparta's going to need contributions in minutes from guys they normally don't count on a lot. And we're going to have a foul on McIntyre, jostling with Diallo. And we're already at 7 fouls, Coach.
You know, and again, maybe it's the 3 refs, who knows, but, you know, part of it is that, you know, these two teams really want to win this basketball game, and there's a little extra emotion, as we talked about at the top. So I'm not overly surprised seeing this many fouls early on.
McIntyre with 2, Smith with 2, Dan Smith with 2, as Diallo will hit the front end. Pope John's last 5 points, Brian, coming from the charity stripe. Make it 6.
Yeah, they've done a great job attacking that basket and getting to the line. They're going to keep the pressure on. You know, they feel the momentum has swung in their favor. They think they've figured out a bit of a formula that works for them. So they're going to keep coming with it, and I don't blame them.
Sparta trails by 3, 1:07 to go here, first quarter. Vreeland looking to inbound, gets it to Simon. Ferrara gives it back up to Simon. Good move there by him. And Clark will shadow Simon his way up the floor. And we'll have a foul.
Sparta very fortunate on that one, because that was going the other way for a dunk.
It was going to be going down very hard, as
Yes.
you said. So
Yes.
Diallo with the foul. His first, team's 4th.
The problem is Sparta's back on their heels too much now with the ball. They're not being strong, triple threat, weight forward, just like we talked about.
And there's Diallo, and there's the slam.
We missed it before, but now we made up for it. So we got exactly what we thought we were going to get.
Just had to wait a couple of seconds.
That's right.
Hackett giving Vreeland all sorts of trouble. Vreeland does get it across, but it's picked away. And Diallo again gets it to go. And a turnover with 23 seconds to go. And this is Pope John's game. They want to get you to go up and down the floor.
No question. And this is exactly the type of game that Sparta was trying to avoid. You know, they're just being careless with the basketball now. They're going to have to regroup at this quarter.
Coach Johnson looks like he's going to hold for one unless something wide open presents itself. Clark will walk it over. 15 seconds to go. Clark. Ferrara jumps out on the switch. Corner, Robinson, no good, 2 seconds. And the first quarter will come to an end with Pope John with an 18-11 lead over Sparta. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this here on Channel 10 at mugsmedia.com.
This game of the week is being sponsored by Villa Capri Pizza in Sparta, just around the corner from Pope John. Come in for a full meal or just a slice. Call them at 973-729-6654.
This game is being sponsored by Highlands State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highlands State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This game of the week is proudly sponsored by Up and Above Contractors, LLC, winner of the New Jersey Herald Reader's Choice Award for Best Contractor Builder and Best Roofing Company. Visit their showroom, 698 Route 206 in Andover. Give them a call, 973-300-0636, or go to upandabovecontractors.com.
Welcome back to Sparta High School, as Mugs Media presents the high school boys basketball game of the week. Battle of Sparta, also a battle in the American Division. Sparta with an 18-11 lead. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Clear, along with Brian Thomas. Brian, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Well, we saw in the first, we really saw the tale of 2 quarters. That first 4 minutes, turnovers by both teams, some fouls. Sparta shot the ball pretty well and took care of the basketball. But the last 4 minutes, really Pope John turned the heat up, and Sparta had a really difficult time handling their pressure, and also just Pope John's getting in the passing lanes really, really well tonight. They've got 3 or 4 steals doing just that.
Vreeland kicks it out to Simon. He thought about it. Sambo Diallo, 13 of Pope John's 18.
Wow.
This is McIntyre. The other story, Sparta with 3 kids with 2 fouls each. And McIntyre went down holding his knee. That's not good as Diallo goes glass. Devin just signed his letter of intent to play lacrosse at Manhattan. And we hope Devin's okay. We're going to step aside, folks. We'll be right back.
Announcing a law firm of Olner, Lucy, and Breslin for all your legal needs. Trust a law firm with over 80 years of combined experience. That's Olner, Lucy, and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive in Sparta, 973-983-7020, or visit their website at olnerlucybreslinlaw.com.
Creek Concrete, family-owned and operated concrete foundation contractor, located on Ringwood Ave in Haskell. We want to thank the Soldano family, big supporter of High Point Wrestling and Football, for their sponsorship tonight.
This wrestling match is being sponsored by attorney and CPA Bill Kehoe, located on Route 206 in Branchville. Make sure you're up to date on all the latest tax law. Call Bill Kehoe today for all your tax law questions at 973-579-3390.
This game made possible by Garden State Koi. They are the pond guys in the tri-state area, leaders in pond, stream, and waterfall design, installation, and maintenance. Call Tom Smith, 845-651-4100. And a special thanks to the Smith family for sponsoring this game.
And we're back here at Sparta. Devin McIntyre walked off on his own. Great to see that. Not only just for this game, but he has a big future ahead of him in lacrosse, folks. He signed a letter of intent to play at Manhattan. So Ben Melville will check back in as he got a standing ovation, Devin McIntyre. The fans are chanting D-Mac. And we're a minute into the second quarter. Nick Lucas with the runner doesn't get through. Good job by Kavanaugh. This is Diallo. He's got 15. Make it 17.
And you can tell he's just willing and able to do whatever he wants. He's got the length, he's got the size, he's got the skill. And, you know, Sparta's going to have a real difficult time unless they try to double team him, in which case somebody else is going to be wide open.
Sparta breaks it here. Simon pull up three, good.
And boy, does Sparta need that shot right there just to stop the bleeding at least momentarily.
Makes it 22-14, and Aaron Clark.
Very momentarily.
And Simon's starting to feel it. That was a 2. Kavanaugh with the take, can't get it to go. Tap back to Melville. Then Melville will bring it up. Simon feeling it, folks. Back rims that. Here's Aaron Clark, who has a terrific step back 3. He creates space for himself, which as a shorter guy you have to do, and he's developed that.
And he's got a quick release, Dan, which adds to that move. It's actually vital to that move, and as we've seen so far, he's got no issues getting to the basket, so he's really got an all-around game.
Melville inside to Ferrara. Hackett gets his hands on it. Ball loose. Ferrara gets to it. Lucas thought about it. Didn't get the handle. Vreeland jumper, no good. Rebound Diallo. He'll get it to Clark. Swings it back out. Diallo for 3, no good. Oh, wait. And it goes! I spoke too soon. And that's how it's been for Sambo Diallo tonight as he rattles into 3. And he now has 20 points. Wow. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
Family Ford, your local hometown dealership on the Circle in Netcong. Family Ford supplies t-shirts for local high schools in Sussex and in Morris counties. Family Ford has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks. Become one of the family. Shop at Family Ford on the Netcong Circle in Netcong.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255, to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Medical Park Imaging is a multi-modality imaging center with 3 locations. Medical Park Imaging is committed to your health and uses only the best equipment that technology has to offer. Medical Park Imaging has on-site physicians who are certified in radiology. Medical Park Imaging supports high school sports in Sussex and Morris counties. Medical Park Imaging with 3 locations: Wayne, Denville, and Newfoundland. Fall Guys, professional pest control, household lawn and landscape plants. Let the Fall Guys make your lawn clean and green. The Fall Guys can get rid of those nasty insects and mice in your home. Yuck! Make your home comfortable inside and out with the Fall Guys. Lawn service and pest control, serving all of Sussex, Morris, and Warren counties with the best and honest service. For more information, go to fallguys.com. Call the Fall Guys today, 973-221-3331.
The Russo family are proud owners of 2 local businesses. Visible Difference is located on Woodport Road in Sparta and is your hometown salon. You will really see the visible difference. A full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. Call for an appointment today, 973-729-4338. The best bagels in Sussex County are found at A&B Bagels Deli and Grill. Get a great hearty breakfast and lunch. Everything is homemade at A&B Bagels. Call your order or stop into A&B Bagels, located in Newton and Randolph. Call them 973-579-8777.
Furniture is a reflection of you, your personality, your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Jesse Rowe from Home Furniture Warehouse.
Celebrate the new year with savings at Home Furniture Warehouse. Shop our New Year's sale now through January 11th. Save 15% off floor models. Save 10% off special orders. And with new clearance items added daily, our pricing and selection are worth falling for.
Stop by Home Furniture Warehouse in Newton, your local furniture savings destination for over 20 years.
This game is being sponsored in part by the best diner in Sussex County, the Double S Diner on Route 23 in Wantage, where the portions are huge and the prices are small.
And we're back after the timeout. 28-16 our score, so Samba Diallo has a dunk. And look at Aaron Clark pick the pocket, and he'll draw the foul. Diallo has a dunk, he has a couple of beautiful drives, and a 3. So he's done it all tonight. And now Aaron Clark will go to the line, and he will shoot 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great 1-2 punch that Pope John has, because they've both shown that they can do both the inside and the outside. You know, and it's one thing if you have one guy that can do that, but if you have 2 guys that are as talented as these 2, you know, that makes them extremely tough to beat.
Clark will hit both. So 30-16 our score, 14-point lead for Pope John. 4:35 to go here in the first half. And exactly what Sparta didn't need, an unforced turnover.
And that's been their biggest issue, you know, starting around the 4-minute mark of the first quarter until now, is that they just have had a hard time hanging on to the ball, whether it's dribbling, passing. Pope John's really taken advantage of that.
Kavanaugh gets it back to Clark. Andy Ward's checked back in. That'll go off Pope John. It'll be Sparta ball. Good news, you get the ball back. Bad news, Pope John can set up their full court pressure defense. Melville gets it across. This is Simon. Turns around, spins back, gets it to Melville. 4 minutes to go. Simon getting the screen from Smith. And will stay here off Pope John. Good hands by the Lions. Sparta fans trying to get the Spartans back into this. Clark goes for the steal. Melville keeps the handle. Lucas, fadeaway jumper, no good. He gets his own miss, and he'll get the easy deuce.
Let's see if Sparta can try to make a dent in this 12-point lead over these last 3.5 minutes. They're going to have to go into halftime with some sort of momentum if they want any chance at all to hang in there in the second half.
Maceo Robinson will check back in, number 1. Jack Kavanaugh will come to the bench. Quick inbounds, they'll swing it to Diallo. Pull-up jumper from the foul line, back rim. Goes right to Robinson. And Pope John will reset with 3:10 to go. Ruben Monolith back in the game. Monolith, the MVP of last year's HWS tournament. 5 in a row, that's incredible. The streak came to an end on Saturday. Ward, blocked by Smith, who's playing with 2. And we'll have a held ball.
And really, it wasn't even the Montrose that we expected as the MVP last year. But he played so well that he absolutely earned it.
Ray was in foul trouble, who was our player of the year. And his brother stepped up and did a tremendous job. That was a terrific win because that's a darn good 100 Central team who had everyone back from last year and ended up getting their revenge. Simon will try to settle things down. Clark. Touch foul on Clark. That'll be only the 5th foul on the Lions. Sparta with 8.
And thankfully, the foul situation has smoothed out in this second quarter. We were going down a rough road in that first quarter.
Agreed. Sparta will inbound, catch and shoot. Simon can't get it to go. Goes through Monolith's hands. Loose ball. And Sparta gets a timeout. I don't know how you get a timeout there. There was no possession by anyone. But Brian Brennan will take it, 30-second timeout. Vincent Johnson from Pope John confused by that when the 2 officials right by the ball saw no possession and the other official came in and said he got a timeout. So we'll stay here at the 30-second timeout as the officials talk to each other about it. Again, I want to thank attorney Sean Breslin, Highland State Bank, Villa Capri Pizza, Up and Above Contractors, the Powers family, for helping sponsor this game, and Highland State Bank as well. So interesting call, and the Pope John contingent talking to the ref that didn't give the timeout, wondering how that happened. But irregardless, Pope John has a 12-point lead, 2:27 to go. Sparta will inbound. They get it into Smith. Can't get it to go. Diallo battling with Dan Smith. He gets the board. He's just stuffing the stat sheet tonight. And that's a great move, blocked by Smith. Andy Ward, and we'll have a held ball. Andy Ward, an outstanding student. I know some Ivy League schools are looking at him because of the combination of his height and grades. And he's really come a long way.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, we saw him a few years back as Clark hits another 3, and he really didn't get off the bench at all. Now he's obviously playing significant minutes and doing a great job for the Lions.
Clark gives Pope John a 33-18 lead with another 3. Nick Lucas, elbow jumper, can't get her in. And Andy Ward gets, now Pope John will get the timeout before the held ball was called. So good job by Vincent Johnson. Full timeout, folks. We're going to step aside. We'll be back.
Hi, my name's Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
And we're back after Pope John called the timeout. 1:40 to go. They have a 33-18 lead. It's been the Sambo Diallo, Aaron Clark show, but that's how it's been all year for Pope John. This is Robinson. Swings it over to Clark. Diallo leading all scorers with 20. Clark, pull-up jumper, sweet stroke.
And they're really going to look to extend this lead going into halftime, bringing this press.
This is Dan Smith. Gets it back to Terrell Smith. Simon. And D. Mack is back in, Devin McIntyre. Terrell Smith with a nice move, blocked by Ward. Comes back to Dan Smith, blocked by Ward. Terrific job by the big guy, he didn't move.
And
he
you know
did
what?
exactly what he's thought.
Terrell Smith, Dan, had a great move. And against almost any other team around, that would have been a layup. And he had no idea that he was going to have that type of resistance. They're just not used to that type of length across the front line that Pope John has.
But I love that Andy Ward didn't get suckered into anything. He knew, I'm 6'11".
Yep.
I stay straight, and he got 2 blocks. Great discipline by a smart kid. So 35-18 our score, less than 40 seconds to go. Clark trying to pick Melville's pocket. Simon, baseline pull-up, Jay rolls out. And the rebound will come to Jack Kavanaugh. We'll have a foul. And that'll be McIntyre. That'll be the 9th foul on Sparta. So Kavanaugh will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. And Brian, I mean, these basketball games on both boys and girls side take on a whole new meaning now. They don't play in football.
Yeah, absolutely right, because you used to have that buffer, you know, and that football game was always such a tremendous event for both sides and for the town and even for people that were not in town just to come watch. And we have that even here tonight. There's a number of people that we've seen that are not from town that are coming to check out this environment and atmosphere.
Got some old school alumni too here for Pope John. Mark Stanley in the house. Played at Kane. Played on some good teams for Tom Fox. 8 seconds. See if Clark does the step back. Now he's going to put it on the deck. Try to draw a foul. Foul line jumper, no good. Put back short and the buzzer sounds. So a very good first half for Pope John, Sambo Diallo, and Aaron Clark as they have a 35-18 lead as we head to halftime. We'll be back with third quarter action right after this here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com.
This Game of the Week is proudly sponsored by Up and Above Contractors, LLC, winner of the New Jersey Herald Reader's Choice Award for Best Contractor Builder and Best Roofing Company. Visit their showroom, 698 Route 206 in Andover. Give them a call, 973-300-0636, or go to upandabovecontractors.com.
Announcing the law firm of Olner, Lucy, and Breslin for all your legal needs. Trust a law firm with over 80 years of combined experience. That's Olner, Lucy, and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive in Sparta, 973-983-7020, or visit their website at olnerlusybreslinlaw.com.
This game of the week is being sponsored by Villa Capri Pizza in Sparta, just around the corner from Pope John. Come in for a full meal or just a slice. Call them at 973-729-6654.
This game is being sponsored by Highlands State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highlands State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Creek Concrete, family-owned and operated concrete foundation contractor located on Ringwood Ave and Haskell. We want to thank the Soldano family, big supporter of High Point Wrestling and Football, for their sponsorship tonight.
With winter weather approaching, now is a good time to get your wiper blades inspected and replaced to keep your windshield clear and make it much easier to see from the snow glare. Give us a call at Tim's Auto, 973-875-6181. Thank you.
This wrestling match is being sponsored by attorney and CPA Bill Kehoe, located on Route 206 in Branchville. Make sure you're up to date on all the latest tax law. Call Bill Kehoe today for all your tax law questions at 973-579-3390.
This game made possible by Garden State Koi. They are the pond guys in the tri-state area, leaders in pond, stream, and waterfall design, installation, and maintenance. Call Tom Smith, 845-651-4100. And a special thanks to the Smith family for sponsoring this game. Fall Guys, professional pest control, household lawn and landscape plants. Let the Fall Guys make your lawn clean and green. The Fall Guys can get rid of those nasty insects and mice in your home. Yuck! Make your home comfortable inside and out with the Fall Guys. Lawn service and pest control, serving all of Sussex, Morris, and Warren counties with the best and honest service. For more information, go to fallguys.com. Call the Fall Guys today, 973-221-3331.
The Russo family are proud owners of 2 local businesses. Visible Difference is located on Woodport Road in Sparta and is your hometown salon. You will really see the visible difference. A full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. Call for an appointment today, 973-729-4338. The best bagels in Sussex County are found at A&B Bagels Deli and Grill. Get a great hearty breakfast and lunch. Everything is homemade at A&B Bagels. Call your order or stop into A&B Bagels, located in Newton and Randolph. Call them 973-579-8777.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Furniture is a reflection of you, your personality, your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Jesse Rowe from Home Furniture Warehouse.
Celebrate the new year with savings at Home Furniture Warehouse. Shop our New Year's sale now through January 11th. Save 15% off floor models, save 10% off special orders. And with new clearance items added daily, our pricing and selection are worth falling for.
Stop by Home Furniture Warehouse in Newton, your local furniture savings destination for over 20 years.
Family Ford, your local hometown dealership on the Circle in Netcong. Family Ford supplies t-shirts for local high schools in Sussex and in Morris counties. Family Ford has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks. Become one of the family. Shop at Family Ford on the Netcong Circle in Netcong.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255, to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic, and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Medical Park Imaging is a multi-modality imaging center with 3 locations. Medical Park Imaging is committed to your health and uses only the best equipment that technology has to offer. Medical Park Imaging has on-site physicians who are certified in radiology. Medical Park Imaging supports high school sports in Sussex and Morris counties. Medical Park Imaging with 3 locations, Wayne, Denville, and Newfoundland. This game is being sponsored in part by the best diner in Sussex County, the Double S Diner on Route 23 in Wantage, where the portions are huge and the prices are small. A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
Welcome back to Sparta High School as Muggs Beatty presents the high school boys basketball game of the week. Battle of Sparta, also American Division battle. All Pope John with a 35-18 lead. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Cleary along with former Sparta star and the owner of Brian Thomas Basketball, Brian Thomas. I want to thank the sponsors before we start this third quarter. Orthopedic Institute, New Jersey, Medical Park Imaging, Pope John High School, Family Ford and Netcong, our scoreboard sponsor, Mark Latoski, doing a great job with us. Visible Difference Hair Salon in Sparta, A&B Bagels in Andover, the Home Furniture Warehouse in Newton, Double S Diner, Route 23 Wantage, Double S Smokehouse, Route 206 Frankfurt, Guys Affordable Auto Sales in Newton, Tim's Auto and Truck Repair in Sussex, Lorenzo's Pizza in Sussex. Also want to thank the Fall Guys, owned by former Pac-On coach Paul Stanzial. For all your spring cleanups and pest control, it's the Fall Guys, 973-221-3331. And our special sponsors for tonight's game, Highland State Bank, located on Sparta Avenue. Give them a call at 726-8294. Attorney Sean Breslin of the law firm of Oler, Lutzy & Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive, Sparta, 973-983-7021, or go to olerlutzybreslinlaw.com. Bill Capri Pizza, located right down the road from Pope John. The owner Bill is a big supporter of all high school athletics. Stop by for a slice or dinner, or order out by calling 973-729-6654. And we also want to thank Up and Above Contractors. Call the Powers family for all your contracting needs and all your building supplies. You can get the deck done. They do it all. Roofing, 973-300-0636. Going to bring in Brian Thomas. Brian, real quick, what's new with Brian Thomas basketball before we get underway here in the third quarter?
Yeah, Dan, we actually have our second round of AAU tryouts coming up Sunday, February 19th. So if you missed the first one because of the ice the other day, check out BrianThomasBasketball.com. And we've also got a President's Day shooting clinic coming up the following day on Monday the 20th. So again, BrianThomasBasketball.com. Check it out.
And we're underway here in the third quarter. Unofficially, Sambo Diallo leading the way for Pope John with 20 points. Aaron Clark with 10. Sparta pretty much well spread out. The one thing that's also spread out besides the points is fouls, as 3 kids have 2. Brian, your thoughts on what we saw in the first half?
Well, I think it's pretty close to what we had originally anticipated. You know, the emotion of the game early led to an early Sparta lead. And then, you know, we were tied at 11-11 in that first quarter. But then the length and the talent and the defensive intensity of the Pope John Lions has really made the difference in that end of that first quarter into that second, which now leads to a 17-point lead.
As Brian pointed out, tied at 11. Pope John went on a 7-1 run, and that run was a dunk from Sambo Diallo. We finished with the last 4 points of that run, and Pope John has just tacked on since. And it was on the baseline. Second quarter for Pope John to give them the lead, 35-18. Good hands there by Smith. Will stay here with the Lions. On the inbounds, McIntyre going for the steal. Pope John will maintain possession. It just seems like, and obviously it's not intentional because it's how the game flows, Clark and Diallo just kind of take turns taking over.
It does. It's almost like a bit of LeBron and D. Wade back in the day with the Heat, where they can kind of get what they want when they want. It's a matter of who has their hands on the basketball at that particular time. And that's a great call, Dan, because that's really exactly what we're seeing so far here tonight.
That was a good job by Pope John to get it into Ward, just slipped through his hands. We'll stay here with the Lions as it deflected. They look like they want to get Ward involved. Diallo, and we'll still stay here. Lucas goes for the steal. Cavanaugh for 3, as Diallo was trying to time the putback, and Aaron Clark will lay it home.
And they're going to come with that pressure now. They're going to try to blow this thing wide open in this third quarter. Sparta's taking a bit of a different tack. They're allowing Terrell Smith, their big guy, to bring it up the floor and then get into their offense from there, because obviously the Sparta guards have had a heck of a time getting that ball across half court.
Diallo with the rebound. Lions look to run behind the back to Clark. Pull-up jumper. He's got a great stroke.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Dan, he's got a nice feathery touch, and he's got that outside game. He's got that mid-range 12 to 16-foot game as well, and he's the total package. I'm very impressed with his game.
Full timeout. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back.
This game is being sponsored by Highlands State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highlands State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Announcing a law firm of Olner, Luzzi, and Breslin for all your legal needs. Trust a law firm with over 80 years of combined experience. That's Olner, Luzzi, and Breslin, 46 Wilson Drive in Sparta, 973-983-7020, or visit their website at olnerluzzibreslinlaw.com.
This game of the week is being sponsored by Villa Capri Pizza in Sparta, just around the corner from Pope John. Come in for a full meal or just a slice. Call them at 973-729-6654.
And we're back here at Sparta, 6:07 to go, third quarter. Pope John off to a quick start here in this third quarter. Aaron Clark with 2 baskets to make it 39-18. Simon catch and shoot, and he'll get it to go.
You know, the one thing, I think one of the biggest difference as we see Clark go in for a layup is that Pope John has gotten a lot of easy buckets, and Sparta has gotten virtually no easy buckets. Everything Sparta's gotten, they've had to really work for. And Pope John is just getting into their offense, and it's coming much more smoothly and much cleaner.
Clark now with 16, and Pope John has doubled up the Spartans. They're up 20, 41-31, 5:30 to go. Jumper off balance. Simon can't get it to go. McIntyre loses the handle. Diallo looking to run, gives the bounce to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh will go to the line to shoot 2. Hard foul by Jack Simon.
I think just
frustration.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. And this is something that we talked about early on, is that Pope John has more talented players than Sparta does, and they're a better basketball team. And this is certainly showing here tonight. So, Sparta's got a lot to figure out. They've been in the doldrums a bit over the last couple of games, and they've got, they're very fortunate to get a 2 seed in the stakes this year. So they're really going to have to start, after tonight, obviously, stabilize and figure out a way to right this ship.
Sparta looking at their 4th straight loss if they lose tonight.
And they started what, Dan? 12 or 13 and 1 or 2, something along those lines.
They lost to Mendham, Morris Hills, and Vernon before tonight. Morris Hills has their number. He beat them twice.
Yeah.
Ferrara powers up. He draws the foul.
The unfortunate part for the Spartans is that if they get back on track a little bit this week, then they got to go back and play Pope John again next week, which may end up stifling any momentum that you end up having. So, they've got a tough road to hoe over the next 7 to 10 days.
Ferrara hits the free throw. 43-24 our score. And they're going to draw Bergenfield. They had to redo the North 1 Group 3 bracket. Clark, why not?
I mean, I feel like he hasn't missed tonight. I mean, he's been spectacular.
He unofficially has 19. But they'll draw Bergenfield. Originally, they were supposed to play Dwight Englewood. And remember, about 4 years ago, the quadruple overtime game, they beat Bergenfield on the road?
Absolutely.
Then they beat Tenafly, and then they lost to Teaneck in the final. Simon will go to their line. So Aaron Clark unofficially with 19, Samo Diallo 20. 39 of the 46 points scored by Pope John tonight. And again, no surprise there. That's been their season. Picking up the foul is Kavanaugh, his 2nd, team's 3rd. Simon will hit the 1st. And he's good on both. We'll have another whistle on Sparta. Beyond Dan Smith, his 3rd, team's 3rd. 4:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pope John in complete control right now, which is big for them because it takes the crowd out. Monolith gets tied up and he'll be called for travel.
Yeah, it does. It's tough for the Sparta student section to be chanting over to the Pope John section when you're down 20. That makes it a very difficult proposition.
Certainly does. And again, as Coach pointed out, Terrell Smith bringing it up, the big guy. They try to get it to Ferrara. That'll go off him. Pope John will get it back. Paulino 12 and Hackett 22 will check in for Pope John. Andy Ward and Ruben Monolith will head to the bench. And our Muggs Media Player of the Year from last year, Ray Monolith in the house, playing for Pace. Rare night off for him. He made the trip here to see his brother play in this great rivalry game. And look at Diallo with the good take. Can't get to go. Clark will get to the loose ball. Skips it over to Kavanaugh for three. Yes, does not go. I didn't want to call it too early like the Diallo three. Smith, and it goes.
Great job by Terrell Smith of attacking that basket and looking to finish that play. And, their strategy of actually getting the basketball to him it worked very well with Ward in the game because they know Ward's not going to play him full court. The problem is once they get it over half court and set up into their offense, that's when they're having a hard time scoring the basketball.
Jack Simon with the steal. Dan Smith tacks the basket. He'll draw the foul. The Sparta fans have something to cheer about now, as they cut it to 16 with 3:30 to go. Here in the third quarter, Vincent Johnson's going to call a timeout. We'll see if it's a full timeout or 30. It's a 30. We'll stay here. So Pope John's reign of 5 straight HWS titles comes to an end, but what a run that was. And give credit to Hunter and Central. Sparta getting bumped by Vernon. What a win for Vernon. And we got to see, I've seen Vernon several times this year, and the last game we did on Channel 10, they were without Chris Ajamian. And give High Point credit, Jack DeGroot had a big game. They found a way to beat the Vikings, but Ajamian had 19 against Sparta the other night.
Yeah, and I was certainly surprised. You were the one that let me know about the outcome of that game, and my surprise was mostly based on the fact that he was not playing in that High Point game, so we saw a completely different Vernon team that night.
Exactly.
And obviously he's a difference maker, clearly, if they were able to come in here and beat Sparta.
So if you had Vernon as the last team left in the HWS at the start of the year, you could make a lot of money right now.
That's right.
So the Vikings, the only boys team left. Smith will complete the three-point play. 46-31. Clark pull up three, back rim. Diallo put back in the foul.
And it's amazing, I know it's not the only shot that Clark has missed all night, but it certainly feels like it. And then the one shot that he does miss, Diallo comes up with that rebound and a putback.
Now Sparta, their next game is against Morris Knowles. And I don't know if they'll play that Jefferson game or they drop the Knowles game, because I don't believe you can play 3 days in a row, unless you have a weather exemption. So we'll see, but Knowles is very good. And we all know what happened last time with Jefferson. Kavanaugh blocked. So Sparta doesn't have much time to feel sorry for itself.
No, none whatsoever. Like I said, they got to get back on track this very week and then see what they can do against Pope John next week.
As you pointed out, they were off to a 12-3 start, now sitting at 13-6. Smith picks up his dribble, swings it over to Simon. Simon pull up baseline, jumper good.
But you're right, Dan. They don't have a lot of time to cry themselves to sleep at night, because if they start doing that, the season's going to be over in a heartbeat. So it's going to test their mental toughness coming down the stretch.
Clark calls for it, and he knows how to go through traffic.
Yeah, and he's very good at finishing with both hands as well. And now, Dan, they've made a bit of a switch and put Diallo on Smith, and that's would determine why Terrell is having such a difficult time now bringing the ball up.
Unofficially 19 for Clark, 20 for Diallo. Check that, 22 for Diallo. And Simon gets it to go.
That's one thing Jack's not going to do, is he's not going to stop shooting. He's got the full green light, and he's got confidence in himself, so he's going to keep that ball going up no matter what.
And he has to. Shooters got to shoot. Nice steal by Dan Smith. And Diallo taps it to himself. The give to Clark, up and under, can't get it to go. Diallo put back, no good. Loose ball, Diallo dives for it. And Hackett as that's turned over Slyman with the steal. And McIntyre holding his other leg.
Yeah, he's looks like he's saying he got his ankle there somehow, some way. So he's had a hard time with that lower extremities tonight.
And he gives it all, that kid. Nothing less than 100%. So we're going to step aside. We'll be right back.
This Game of the Week is proudly sponsored by Up and Above Contractors, LLC, winner of the New Jersey Herald Reader's Choice Award for Best Contractor Builder and Best Roofing Company. Visit their showroom, 698 Route 206 in Andover. Give them a call, 973-300-0636, or go to upandabovecontractors.com.
Creek Concrete, family-owned and operated concrete foundation contractor located on Ringwood Ave in Haskell. We want to thank the Soldano family, big supporter of High Point Wrestling and Football, for their sponsorship tonight. And we're back here in Sparta, and Devin McIntyre, who went down before, got up on his own. This time, unfortunately, he needed help. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe just turned the ankle, but he was in a lot of pain. And again, lacrosse is that guy's future, and lacrosse season is only about a month away. Simon trying to continue to and look how high Diallo goes up. So we send our best to Devin McIntyre. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Pope John switching up their defense this last time down. They went to a 1-3-1 just to give Sparta a bit of a different look.
.47 seconds to go. Paulino swings it back out to Clark. Simon on Clark. Double screen. Swings it over. Hackett to Robinson. Catch and shoot three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Smith. And Hackett, for some reason, tries to save it. It goes right to Nick Lucas. Simon will shoot the three. Can't get it to go. Terrell Smith put back. Rolls in with 11 seconds to go. And he draws the foul.
Got to give Sparta credit. You know, they could have easily folded a couple minutes back.
Yes, indeed.
They've continued to fight, and they still haven't really played overly well. They've caught a couple of breaks and hit a couple of shots, and possibly getting this thing down to 11 and see if they can get a stop on the other end.
That's going to be the big part, getting the stop.
Yes.
I mean, Hackett, that error there was an error of effort.
Yep.
Can't fault the kid for going hard after the ball, but it allowed Sparta to get a chance for a three-point play. 8 seconds. Miss. Sparta's got time. Now they won't. And Lucas wings it up there, and it's no good. But they had time to get a better shot than that. So, good finish of the third quarter for Sparta. But they trail by 11, 50-39. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
This wrestling match is being sponsored by attorney and CPA Bill Kehoe, located on Route 206 in Branchville. Make sure you're up to date on all the latest tax law. Call Bill Kehoe today for all your tax law questions at 973-579-3390.
This game made possible by Garden State Koi. They are the pond guys in the tri-state area, leaders in pond, stream, and waterfall design, installation, and maintenance. Call Tom Smith, 845-651-4100. And a special thanks to the Smith family for sponsoring this game. Family Ford, your local hometown dealership on the Circle in Netcong. Family Ford supplies t-shirts for local high schools in Sussex and in Morris counties. Family Ford has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks. Become one of the family. Shop at Family Ford on the Netcong Circle in Netcong.
And we're back here at Sparta High School, Mugs Media Boys Basketball Game of the Week. Pope John with a 11-point lead, 50-39, but it could have been a lot worse. Sparta finished the quarter very strong. Jack Simon with a three and a basket. Terrell Smith with a traditional three-point play to get it down to 11 points. Sambo Diallo leads all scorers with 22. Aaron Clark with 21 unofficially. And I'll bring in my partner, Brian Thomas. Brian, your thoughts on How big was that last little flourish by Sparta?
Well, it's huge, but it'll mean nothing if they don't follow this up in the first couple minutes with a strong performance, because this could easily get down to single digits, but this could go back up to 20 with the amount of firepower that Pope John has.
So Andy Ward will go to the line. Fourth foul on Sparta. Pope John already with 7. And the foul will be on Thomas Ferrara, his second. Ward will front rim the first.
And definitely look, if Ward knocks down this free throw, definitely look for Pope John to come with some pressure.
And he'll hit the second. There's that pressure defense Coach talked about. And look at Clark trying to give it up to Diallo, but it gets back to Smith. Nick Lucas, Simon for 3, can't get it to go. And Clark's got Kavanaugh on the run out, and he'll lay it home. Smith offensive board, gives it up to Ferrara. Little one-hander, no good. And Diallo gets the rebound, he'll get it to Clark. And this is where they're so dangerous when they can run, but they'll slow things down.
Now Sparta's really actually gotten some pretty good looks early on in this fourth quarter, just have not been able to knock them down.
Kavanaugh, big 3. And that'll make it 56-39 with 6:30 to go. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
The Russo family are proud owners of 2 local businesses. Visible Difference is located on Woodport Road in Sparta and is your hometown salon. You will really see the visible difference. A full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. Call for an appointment today, 973-729-4338. The best bagels in Sussex County are found at A&B Bagels Deli and Grill. Get a great hearty breakfast and lunch. Everything is homemade at A&B Bagels. Call your order or stop into A&B Bagels, located in Newton and Randolph. Call them 973-579-8777.
Furniture is a reflection of you, your personality, your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Jesse Rowe from Home Furniture Warehouse.
Celebrate the new year with savings at Home Furniture Warehouse. Shop our New Year's sale now through January 11th. Save 15% off floor models. Save 10% off special orders. And with new clearance items added daily, our pricing and selection are worth falling for.
Stop by Home Furniture Warehouse in Newton, your local furniture savings destination for over 20 years.
Fall Guys, professional pest control, household lawn and landscape plants. Let the Fall Guys make your lawn clean and green. The Fall Guys can get rid of those nasty insects and mice in your home. Yuck! Make your home comfortable inside and out with the Fall Guys. Lawn service and pest control, serving all of Sussex, Morris, and Warren counties with the best and honest service. For more information, go to fallguys.com. Call the Fall Guys today, 973-221-3331. Medical Park Imaging is a multi-modality imaging center with 3 locations. Medical Park Imaging is committed to your health and uses only the best equipment that technology has to offer. Medical Park Imaging has on-site physicians who are certified in radiology. Medical Park Imaging supports high school sports in Sussex and Morris counties. Medical Park Imaging with 3 locations, Wayne, Denville, and Newfoundland.
And we're back after the timeout. After Jack Kavanaugh banged the 3, 56-39, Pope John with the lead as we're just about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter.
And now Pope John's going to a 1-3-1 with Diallo at the top, which is going to be really difficult because with his length, those passing lanes are going to shrink even more.
Terrell Smith continuing his good game. Swings it back out to Lucas. Dan Smith for 3, no good. Good box out by Ferrara. Lucas with the follow. And Diallo will get the board. And here comes Kavanaugh. And Vincent Johnson puts up the brakes. Slow it down. And official tonight, Stan Abramovich right there. Stan's daughter was an outstanding softball player at Jefferson. Retired educator, also an excellent official. So Kavanaugh swings it over to Diallo. Calls for Clark. Clark has it. Kavanaugh has been the main scorer here in the fourth quarter. Diallo, great look to Ward.
I mean, what more can Diallo do? He's defended extremely well. He shot the ball. He's finished. And now he's acting like a point guard, dishing it off to his big man Ward. Just an outstanding all-around talent.
And you could tell a pass like that, the teammates love Andy Moore. Because he could have been selfish.
Yep.
Ferraro with the basket, 58-41. And Andy Ward, terrific throwdown. He's going to set the screen now, but they'll work it back out to Kavanaugh, 4:40 to go.
And, you know, we've seen primarily Clark and Diallo tonight, but now we're seeing in this fourth quarter, clearly this team is more than that. They are very talented in all areas.
Ward again! (60-41). Andy Ward gets the Pope John faithful riled up. Simon from way downtown, no good. And good job by Simon to get back, because Diallo was going to try to get a highlight dunk. What's that saying, posterized? You don't want to be posterized, right?
That's exactly right. At any level.
No, exactly right. Melville trying to get through the screen. Clark over to Diallo. Puts it on the deck, throws it up, no good. Andy Ward with the board. Ruben Modelis for three, no good. Diallo gets the rebound. Coach John will reset, 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Coach Johnson wants to run some clock. A little bit different philosophy from previous administrations.
I'd say so, and that's a great way to put it, Dan.
Where Coach Johnson wants to get the win and get out of here. He doesn't want to embarrass anyone. Not saying that anyone else would, but I'm just saying this is a different tact we've seen in the last 6 years. Diallo, and it's off him.
And they're also trying to just spread the floor. That way they have a little bit more room to operate, because they certainly have the luxury of doing that right now. So very good call by the Pope John coaching staff.
Jordan Trzynski, number 10, checks in for Sparta with 3 minutes to go. They trail by 19. And a kick by Ruben Modelis. So pretty much you called it from the get-go, Brian, that Sparta would hang around for a quarter or so, as we said, tied at 11. But the depth of Pope John the depth of talent just took over. In and out for Lucas. And Modelis with the bounce to Kavanaugh.
You know, and the one thing that is going to frustrate Sparta after this game is, while they were making that run to cut it to 11, and then into the beginning of that fourth quarter, they missed about 5 or 6 wide open threes. Well, they could have got that possibly to 6 or 7 points. Now, would they have won that game at that point? Probably not. But they could have made more of a run at it, and they just couldn't hit shots.
This is Aaron Clark putting on a one-man delay. They'll hand it off. They'll work it back up to Kavanaugh. Melville on him. So we talked about Sparta. They got to bounce back. They got some good, tough teams coming up in Morris, Knowles, and Jefferson. So they got to right the ship and quickly. And then, as you said, if they don't, even though they're the number 2 seed, it could be a short stay, because North 1 Group 3 is very good. Modelis for 3, can't get it to go. Simon with the board. And Pope John, they'll go on the road in the state tournament and play St. Peter's, and I give them a shot down there. And a basket there by Trzynski.
And certainly, Dan, with the talent that Pope John has played against all year, they're not really going to be intimidated by anybody down the stretch.
Clark and Lucas going at it. And we're going to have double technicals here, or double personal fouls, we'll see. The official nearest to the play didn't call anything. So it should be the held ball arrow will go to Pope John. Clark and Lucas each assess the foul. And Devin McIntyre has his ankle in an air cast, and boy, let's hope he's going to be better. And Andy Ward was going for his third dunk of the game, and Nick Lucas was not going to have that.
Yeah, that's a good foul. I mean, he got some ball and he got some body, but certainly no intent to hurt somebody.
So Andy Ward will go to the line. And Pope John will go to 7-0 in the division, wrap it up for the 6th straight year. A couple of times in there they shared it, I believe, once with Sparta. So Ward will go to the line. So a great run by this Pope John basketball program. Vincent Johnson continuing to keep the Lions part of the conversation statewide, and definitely a region-wide power. Simon for three, he gets it to go. .60-46, under 50 minutes to go. Richie McDonald is going to check in as Clark and Lucas, and we'll have double technicals. That was a matter of time before that was going to happen.
Yep, we saw it brewing for the last few minutes, especially in a game that's a blowout. So certainly no surprise there.
So we'll see what the calls are.
Looks like they got technical fouls on both Clark and Lucas.
Yes. So Hackett will check in for Clark. I think he'll have to have a seat here. So the officials are talking with Coach Vincent Johnson, Brian Brennan there too. Brian Brennan's going to get Richie McDonald to check in. We'll see if someone calls a timeout. That might be a smart thing to do with 39 seconds to go as they will talk this over to the officials.
I mean, what happened was there was a foul on Nick Lucas they called first, and then you got into the shoving match, so now there's a double technical on Lucas and on Clark. So I'm not really sure what the discussion should be. I think it was fairly clear of what actually happened. But you're right, a timeout would be nice right now, but I wouldn't anticipate it just because I think coaches with 39.7 seconds left probably just want to get out of here at this point so nothing else happens.
All right, folks, we're going to step aside until we get this all straightened out. We'll be right back.
This game is being sponsored in part by the best diner in Sussex County, the Double S Diner on Route 23 in Wantage, where the portions are huge and the prices are small.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255, to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic, and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
And we're back here at Sparta. I think they got everything squared away. Aaron Clark's going to go to the line. And that will be the 5th foul on Nick Lucas. I think that's what they were talking about. If he had a personal foul in the technical, would that send him out of the court with 39 seconds. So Clark also picked up a foul, his 3rd. And a heated rivalry game like this, things like that are going to happen. Clark will head to the bench. Unofficially 23 for him tonight.
Hey, he was outstanding in every aspect of the game. There's no doubt about that.
Simon continuing his hot shooting. And it's 62-49. 20 seconds to go. And we'll see if Pope John even takes a shot. And Diallo's going to hold on to it. Classy move there by the Lions. And we'll still have 2 seconds left because Diallo threw the ball up. So there's going to be one more opportunity for Sparta to get on the scoreboard. And Kavanaugh will get a hand on it. And the buzzer will sound. So Pope John will win the first edition of the Battle of Sparta, 62-49, as they will clinch the American Division. Congratulations to the Lions and head coach Vincent Johnson. They'll improve to 13-8, 7-0 in the American. Sparta will lose its 4th straight as they fall to 13-7, 3-3 in the division. That'll wrap it up here from Sparta. For our cameraman, Jordan Catelli, my partner, Brian Thomas, I'm Dan Cleary. We'll see you again soon here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com.